Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video here on my channel. Now in today's video guys, it's a bit different because you're expecting some racing stuff. No, it's a bit of Call of Duty World War II. I hope you guys do enjoy the content that I'm going to bring to you today and in the future of this Call of Duty. I did a poll on my Twitter account, which is twitter.com/fh3yt, just to let you guys know if you would fancy some COD World War II info, and definitely you guys brought it back to me in large numbers that yes you do, so keep it alongside Call of Duty and Forza and all the racing games. So I'm going to do that and bring along COD side by side. The main reason I'm doing this guys is because I really am a fan of the COD series, apart from the futuristic bullshit that they keep bringing in the previous years, but they're going back to their roots now, which is why I'm making this video. So guys, I do hope you go on to enjoy today's video guys. I've got a lot of information, so sit back and enjoy. Now, Call of Duty is making its dramatic return to the greatest military conflict in history and where the franchise first began, World War II. At a global livestream reveal held in London IMAX, Activision publishing and developer Sledgehammer Games officially lifted the curtain on its next game, Call of Duty World War II. It promises to be a dark, emotional and gritty with boots-on-the-ground action and traditional combat that fans truly know and love, returning the series back to its roots with tons of new gameplay innovations. Some of these new innovations were shared at the global livestream reveal, while others are being held back until E3 2017, and also other future events. However, everything we did see was nothing short of impressive, and it looks like developer Sledgehammer Games is on the right path for Call of Duty World War II, which promises to redefine the World War II for a new gaming generation. Call of Duty World War II enlists players in an unforgettable journey of brotherhood across the European theatre in a mission vital to the success of the Allied powers, delivering gritty realism, authenticity and cinematic intensity on an epic scale. In addition to the game's boots-on-the-ground combat, which has pleased many fans out there, the new multiplayer offers a host of new modes as well as a system and gameplay innovations across iconic map locations, while an all-new Nazi Zombies co-op experience unleashes a startling new storyline and adrenaline-filled experience. More than 2.5 years ago, we made the decision to return to this franchise to its roots. Call of Duty World War II does so in epic fashion. This is from Eric Hirschberg, I believe, I can't pronounce that very well, who is the CEO of Activision. The team at Sledgehammer Games is delivering an authentic, gritty, cinematic experience that honours both the epic scale and the human struggle of the greatest war the world has ever known. This game will let long-time fans experience World War II like never before, and will introduce this horrific conflict to a new generation of gamers in the process. Now, the campaign. It's an immersive and gripping narrative for the campaign. So Call of Duty World War II focuses on the actions of a squad from 1944 to 1945, but will also touch on events from 1940 to 1944 to help set the stage for the narrative and establish the characters. It takes place in the European theatre of conflict at a time where the Allied forces were finally starting to gather strength onto their march into Germany. You and your squad will fight your way through occupied France, Belgium and across the Rhine into Germany. Call of Duty World War II promises to deliver a bold cinematic experience that captures the unforgettable heroism of the soldiers who fought together in a war that changed the world forever. Described as an honest portrayal of World War II from the perspective of the famed 1st Infantry Division, COD World War II delivers an assembled cast of global and diverse characters. Players will storm the beaches of Normandy on D-Day, march across France to liberate Paris in the Battle of Bulge, and ultimately push forward into Germany in some of the most monumental battles of all time. All of which is delivered with stunning visuals and intense, awe-inspiring audio. It tells the story of heroism on a global scale, through the unbreakable brotherhood of common men fighting to preserve freedom in a world on the brink of tyranny. Players enlist in a gritty, intense campaign through the harrowing battlegrounds of war, facing overwhelming odds and hostile terrain across Europe in a gripping experience that promises to honour the history of World War II. The story that they're telling is unlike anything that they've tackled before, said Glenn Schofield, which is the studio head and co-founder of Sledgehammer, and it's such an amazing journey of common everyday people who became heroes. We want to respect this generation of soldiers, tell a realistic story set in a true inflection point in human history, and deliver the best experience of their careers. Now, featuring a global cast of characters across Europe, players will follow the grippy story of Ronald "Red" Daniels, a young 19-year-old untrained United States Army private from Texas. He and his squad, the legendary US 1st Infantry Division, trek through the harrowing European theatre of war. He then travelled to Europe and was given a gun to fight side by side with other soldiers. Joining Allied forces from the UK and the French resistance across the beaches of Normandy in the D-Day invasion to the liberation of Paris and ultimately into Germany, the squad must fight alongside a global and diverse cast of characters to achieve victory. The story campaign delivers the first gritty authenticity and cinematic intensity of World War II combat, honouring the unforgettable heroism of the fighting first. In addition, the campaign also introduces a variety of gameplay changes to make the experience more gritty and realistic. For example, there will not be auto-generation of health, as the players need to limp over and ask a medic in the game to heal them instead. There's also no way to pick up ammo either. If you run out, you'll have to ask your in-game squad to throw you a new magazine to use. And different members of your squad will also have various abilities, like so. It's also possible to lose squad members during battles, obviously, which will affect the abilities at your disposal. It will also have an emotional impact on the characters, further enhancing the dark and gritty experiences Sledgehammer is aiming for in their next release. These characters may also leave an emotional impact on yourself. COD World War II is a very personal journey for the team at Sledgehammer, who have been working on the project for the last 2.5 years. Sledgehammer co-founders and studio heads Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield added additional insight into what to expect from the new game, and what it means to them. Schofield also noted that the team named their main character after his father, who passed away during the production. The story COD World War II follows a global and diverse cast, but for me it honours my father, Ronald Red Daniels, and his squad, and not just what they went through from a global perspective, but what they went through personally. We like to tell a story within a story, and this is no different. This is based on one of the most monumental moments in human history, and we get to honour and respect that global sacrifice to honour the men and women who fought for freedom on all fronts on a global scale. Now, both Condrey and Schofield underscored the fact that COD World War II is about a squad's remarkable journey of personal growth and heroism across Europe in World War II, and it's a story about common men and women doing uncommon things to preserve freedom. Highlighting the diverse ensemble cast, players will also encounter the French resistance movement, featuring strong and vibrant characters who were fighting from their homeland after even all seemed lost. For even more on the campaign, the 2 missions have been detailed that you'll get to experience as the lead protagonist, Ronald Red Daniels. The first is Hütgen Forest, which is an old growth forest on the German border where Allied forces engage in devastating encounters. In the heat of the battle, the German army uses tree burst bombs that detonate at treetop level, showering soldiers with wooden shrapnel. When your unit is zeroed in by hostile artillery, the forest explodes around you as debris rains down. The second mission is Normandy. Obviously, from the inside of a Higgins landing boat, you and your squad will storm Omaha Beach in a visceral, audio-visual experience unlike any D-Day landing experience in a game to date. You and your fellow soldiers must overcome the enemy defensive to serve as the tip of the spear for the Allied invasion. So that's the information on campaign. Like I said, there's quite a bit of campaign information excuse me, to give to you guys. And here we go on the multiplayer, boots on the ground multiplayer and innovation. The World War II action doesn't stop there, as we also have multiplayer experiences of COD World War II, which promises to immerse players in grounded, fast-paced action, featuring an arsenal of authentic weapons and equipment, set in some of the most iconic locations in World War II's European theatre. Guns like the M1 Garand, STG-44, M1903, and more will be at your disposal. Multiplayer also delivers a new approach to character and create a class through Divisions, War, an all-new narrative multiplayer mode of play, and Headquarters, a first of its kind for the COD social community, designed for players to interact and socialise with friends, much like the Tower from Destiny. Players will face grounded, chaotic combat featuring an arsenal of classic weapons across many of World War II's most iconic locations, bringing the harsh brutality of the war to life while immersing the player in the intensity and emotion of the greatest conflict in history. As well as the classic heart-pumping, iconic boots-on-the-ground gameplay that fans are excited for, Activision also promises World War II's multiplayer will deliver bold new experiences for players, exciting new ways to play, and innovative new opportunities to socialise and showcase their accomplishments with friends and the COD community. A full rundown of the multiplayer features shared so far are Headquarters, which offers a robust social space dedicated to engagement off the front lines. Headquarters paves the way for all new avenues of multiplayer interaction, recognition and awards, unlike anything ever experienced in the franchise to date. This mode allows you to rally and interact with fellow soldiers in a social environment never seen before in a COD title, and will also recognise your achievements such as besieging in-game. Divisions, which is a new way to engage in a player's multiplayer career. Divisions immerse players in the heroic journey of enlisting the world's most historic war. Choose from a variety of divisions, including infantry and armoured divisions. This is a new approach to create a class and character customization as you enlist in a division that progresses through the ranks. War Mode, which is a new narrative-driven multiplayer experience that immerses players in iconic World War II battles, where Allied and Axis clash in a team-driven gameplay in this fight for strategic objectives. And obviously, boots-on-the-ground gameplay. Multiplayer marks a return to iconic boots-on-the-ground COD gameplay that fans know and love, featuring an arsenal of World War II-era weapons and a fast-paced, heart-pumping, intense run-and-gun action. With authentic weapons, traditional gun-and-run action, and exciting modes of play, it promises to immerse gamers in historic World War-themed locations and thrilling multiplayer actions. Michael Condrey, the co-founder of Sledgehammer, also said that COD World War II has been a journey of inspiration and passion for everyone at Sledgehammer. The team is dedicated to delivering on the intense nature of war that focuses on the heroism and sacrifice of soldiers in World War II. Our rich, narrative-driven, action-packed campaign and engaging and innovative multiplayer experience immerses players into the boots of a soldier fighting for freedom in a world on the brink of tyranny. And our cooperative mode delivers a unique storyline that's an all-new take on Nazi zombies we think that fans are going to love. Speaking of which, Nazi zombies, that's coming. Call of Duty World War II also introduces Nazi Zombies, a new cooperative mode featuring a unique standalone storyline set during World War II that's full of unexpected, adrenaline-pumping action. The mode also promises a dark new enemy, but no further details were shared beyond the teaser image which you're seeing on screen, showcase which was during the livestream. Activision said to look for more information about COD multiplayer at E3 and the Nazi Zombies cooperative experience at a later date. So that's all the information on the game. In regards to the private beta and pre-order editions, those who pre-order COD World War II will receive access to the private beta, available first on PS4. It will also be available to Xbox One at a later date. Scheduled to take place later this year, the beta will offer a glimpse of what's to come from World War II ahead of launch. Fans can pre-order the following editions of the game. The World War II Base Edition and Digital Base Edition is $59.99, this is. Call of Duty World War II Digital Deluxe Edition, which includes the game, the Season Pass, and more, which is $99.99, and Call of Duty World War II Pro Edition Season Pass, Collectible Steelbook, and more, which is also apparently $99.99. However, prices are subject to change. Activision says the Season Pass content is currently not final and may not include all downloadable content available for the game. This likely refers to another post-launch content such as new weapons or camos, often added to COD titles via supply drops. Hopefully we won't be seeing those things, but Activision has yet to announce on whether these forms of microtransactions will be available in World War II. Call of Duty World War II launches globally on Friday, November 3rd for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC. You can pre-order the game today from the Xbox Store, PlayStation Store and Steam, as well as brick-and-mortar and online retailers. Codes for the private beta can be redeemed once you've pre-ordered, but those who pre-ordered the game digitally will receive immediate access and do not need a code to participate. For even more, guys, go check out the trailer. I urge you to do so. It's such a good trailer. The graphics, the gameplay and innovations and everything on there looks so real and it's just brilliant. I love it so much. So for an extended look at the game, go ahead and watch over the global livestream reveal for the behind-the-scenes look at the development of World War II, as well as the co-founders' insight into the game. Let me know, guys, down there in the comment section below. Are you excited for the return of COD to World War II, and will you be picking it up when it launches later this year? Let me know down there in the comments below. So that's all the information I've got for you in today's video, guys. I did hope you enjoy it, and if you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you over in my next video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.